Rebuild is often a term no general manager or fan ever wants to hear. Rebuilding means it's time to restart from the beginning. Trade away any veteran stars you have and get younger. But a number of sports teams dedicated time to a rebuild, and it paid dividends. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we present the top 10 most successful rebuilds. And a big shout out to Cristian Sanchez for suggesting this list. We do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, Indianapolis Colts 2012. With Peyton Manning sidelined for the entire 2011 season, the Indianapolis Colts fell apart and slumped to a league-worst 2-14 record. It netted them the top pick. They cut ties with the 36-year-old Manning and moved on from just about every veteran on the roster. They selected Andrew Luck with the first pick and found some nice selections afterwards, namely wide receiver T.Y. Hilton. The Colts went 11-5 in each of the first 3 years with Luck at the helm. They now have a star quarterback to build around for so many years. Number 9, Boston Red Sox 2012. Boston entered the 2011 season as the World Series favorites, only to miss the playoffs altogether. They gave it one more go-around in the 2012 season, but fell apart entirely. As such, they sent MVP candidate Adrian Gonzalez, former star pitcher Josh Beckett, and the underachieving Carl Crawford to the Los Angeles Dodgers to clear out cap space. Boston cut payroll and tried to rebuild, but it didn't take all that long. Everyone took their game to the next level in the 2013 season, and Boston defeated the St. Louis Cardinals to win their 8th World Series. Number 8, Denver Broncos 2009 to 2011. The Broncos had a solid veteran quarterback, Kyle Orton, and Brandon Marshall was among the NFL's most gifted receivers. But Denver didn't make the playoffs from 2006 to 2010, and John Elway opted to bring in a new coaching staff and rebuild. His first objective was to find a new franchise game-changer. He got it in Von Miller after drafting him 2nd overall in 2011. His second objective was to find a real starting quarterback, so he signed Peyton Manning in 2012. Denver went on to win the AFC West every year from 2012 to 16, which included 2 AFC championships and a Super Bowl 50 victory. Well played, Mr. Elway. Number 7, Kansas City Royals 2011 to 13. We'll say this rebuild began in 2011 because it's the first year that a number of their key core players joined the team, including Eric Hosmer, Mike Moustakas, Lorenzo Cain, Alcides Escobar, and Salvador Perez. This Royal squad stayed away from making big trades and didn't spend big in free agency, something most contending teams do. They rebuilt mainly within their own farm system, and it led to consecutive ALCS banners in 2014 and 15. This included a 2015 World Series victory. No big trades or money needed, nothing but Moneyball, baby. Number 6, Pittsburgh Penguins 2003 to 2006. The Penguins were among the top teams in the NHL from the early 90s into the early 2000s, which netted them a pair of Stanley Cups. But Mario Lemieux's initial retirement and struggles to stay healthy plagued Pittsburgh. The team also opted to trade away another franchise icon, Jaromir Jagr, to the Washington Capitals. Though the Pens were among the league's worst for a few years, they got to draft the NHL's next best player, Sidney Crosby, in 2005. They also got to pick Evgeny Malkin, a future scoring champion. The Penguins emerged as the class of the Eastern Conference, winning the Stanley Cup in 2009, 16, and 17. It took patience and persistence, but the Penguins' rebuild resulted in those championships, well worth a few years of pain. Number 9, Seattle Seahawks 2008 to 12. The Seahawks saw their Super Bowl window close quickly in the mid-2000s, and they made the tough choice of moving on from former league MVP Shaun Alexander after the 2007 season. And following a division title in 2010, the team cut ties with quarterback Matt Hasselbeck. But hey, landing Russell Wilson gave Seattle their best quarterback in franchise history. Must we mention the Legion of Boom as well? Or the fact that they got Marshawn Lynch for virtually nothing in a big trade? Seattle won the NFC Championship in 2013 and 14, and of course Super Bowl 48. After years of mediocrity, the Seahawks became one of the NFL's elite teams, and that's how you do a rebuild. Number 4, Los Angeles Lakers 2005 to 7. Though the Lakers had a franchise star in Kobe Bryant to build around, losing Shaquille O'Neal in 2004 turned Los Angeles from a contender into a mediocre unit. They missed the playoffs in 2005 and were eliminated in round 1 the following 2 years. The Lakers opted to trade away Rick Fox and future Hall of Famer Gary Payton to Boston. Derek Fisher also opted to leave Los Angeles and signed with Golden State. But after 3 dismal years, the Lakers traded for Spanish star Pau Gasol and brought back Fisher. Next thing you know, the Lakers won the NBA championship in 2009 and 10, a rebuild done right. Number 3, Chicago Cubs 2009 to 2014. 108 years without a World Series? How? We don't have a clue. All we know is anytime the Cubs fielded a good team throughout the 90s and 2000s, it wasn't enough to win championships. Once the 2010s rolled around, they decided to tear it all down and rebuild. So they started by drafting Kris Bryant, 2016 NL MVP. They also got another franchise cornerstone in Anthony Rizzo. And oh, you know the rest. Chicago reaches the playoffs in 2015, then ends its long championship drought by winning the World Series in 2016. And there will probably be more titles to come for this current core in Chicago. Number 2, Golden State Warriors, 2008 to 2013. The Dubs appeared to be on the verge of something special in 2007 when they shocked the top-seeded Dallas Mavericks in the first round. That was only a mirage as Golden State missed the playoffs the following 5 years. Baron Davis, one of the league's biggest game changers, signed with the Clippers, and another key player in Jason Richardson got dealt to Charlotte. Combine those with the loss of Derek Fisher, and the Dubs had to rebuild entirely. Oh, but they got that Stephen Curry guy, 2015 and 16 MVP. Draymond Green wasn't a bad pickup either, nor was Klay Thompson. 2015 and 17 NBA champions, and a 73-win season in 2016? This rebuild worked out right. At number 1, 2002 to 2008 Chicago Blackhawks, last in the NHL in league attendance, an owner who doesn't want to televise home games. Life was rough for Blackhawks fans. But then they drafted world-class star Jonathan Toews in 2006, and followed that up by taking Patrick Kane first overall in 2007. And well, Chicago entered 2010 on a 49-year Cup drought, but they finally ended it by winning the Cup in 2010, then following that up with championships in 2013 and 15. And just like that, the consistently terrible Blackhawks are suddenly the NHL's team of the decade. Credit to general manager Stan Bowman for doing this all correctly. What do you think is the most successful sports rebuild ever? Join us in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.